everybody. I'd like to say everybody up here has been really tough acts to follow, just like the Tax Act of 1937 and 1989. I just flew in from out of town yesterday, and I came in on a plane. It's the official airline of the Triangle. It's Delta Airlines. Delta Airlines. I'll tell you what, my boss, he had me working on reconciliations. He asked me to do a bank rec, so I drove into the Bank of America. I'm okay now, but my jokes are still very painful. Please pray for me. My other boss asked me to reconcile his marriage, which was going through a stock split at the time. I couldn't do much for him. Bad economy out there. I needed to rent a car. Accountants usually are restricted to dollar rent a car or budget, but I was kind of feeling rebellious that day, and I rented a Hertz. And then I started driving, and I started thinking, wait a minute, isn't that the one that all the dead people drive around in? But then I remembered that was Hearst rent a car. So don't try that one. I don't recommend it. Well, when I was in the rental car, I was out in California, and I got a speeding ticket. They sent me a little picture of my license plate. They said, you're the registered driver of this car, and you know you have to pay a fine of $200. Well, I just thought, well, since they sent me a photo of my license plate, I sent them a picture of $200. I don't go to California much anymore. It's not in my plans, but I'm going to be careful. You know, does anybody ever hear about the highway use tax? I mean, what's up with that? I mean, what else are you going to do except for use it? I mean, I just don't understand that. That's one of those crazy politician tricks, I think, to try to raise money. You know, everybody ready for the holidays? You know, we got a couple holidays coming up. We got some good ones, but you know, sales and use tax holiday just went by, so I'm kind of down in the dumps. You know, it's almost as good of a day as April 15th, but you know, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? You know, when I was an accounting major in college, when I graduated, I really didn't know what to do, so I went to the guidance counselor and he said I should become a bean counter. So I applied to Taco Bell and I got the job. I did really well there, and I started working for Ford and General Motors, and I also worked for a couple other nonprofits. I really like working with nonprofits. You know, Junior Achievement is a very good example. And I don't know if any of you know this, but Junior Achievement was actually founded by Native Americans. And what happened was there was a tribal leader, and his son said, Dad, I really want to become successful. I really want to lead the group. And he said, well, try Junior Achievement. He wanted to become a chief. Junior Achievement. Stretch. I'll tell you what, accountants are often called bean counters, but, you know, funny enough, the Homeland Security Department is now using accountants to fight our enemies. They call them counter-terrorists. You know, accountants are known to have pretty bad eyesight. I have pretty thick glasses. When I was a younger accountant, I lost my arms and my legs, and then I found my glasses. I have a favorite half-brother, or as I like to call him, 0.5. He's my favorite brother because he's a very serious accountant. He even moved to the Czech Republic. What do you call Czechoslovakians that always forget? Blank checks. When Czechoslovakian accountants get thrown out of bars, they are bounced checks. But because of checks, hockey is very exciting. Accountants, you know, we heard about hockey in the last comedian. Accountants are huge fans because we're all into checking and saving. You know, police are also supportive. They conduct safety checks. Transylvania has a lot of accountants because they have counts there. A lot of counts. Count Dracula, you know, very popular this time of year. Speaking about foreign countries, what is the favorite part of the Middle East for accountants? It's the West Bank. But I hear their economy is tanking. I'm sorry about that. Peace for everybody. Peace out. You know, like the other comedian said. The American Dental Association has conducted a study of CPAs. They found out that most CPAs have bad breath. They needed certs breathness to be certified public accountants. Certified. Now, accountants have been a good partnership with dentists for a lot of years. They told the dentists that they should have their clients put their money where their mouths are. You know? Yes. Some other, let's see here. What do you call accountants that just can't stop thinking about their work? They think of their work night and day. They're addicts. I'll tell you, I'm a single guy. I wanted to date a woman, so I asked her for her digits and a credit check. You know? She said she wanted to be friends with benefits, and as you know, most accountants have pretty good friends with human resources, so. She was really good looking, though, because she worked in financial modeling. Yep. I ended up losing a job. My boss did not give me enough credit. My check started to bounce, and so I went to the food bank. I had to work somewhere. I was so poor, I could not pay attention there. You know, with gas is kind of expensive, especially when you're out of work, and you know, $4 a gallon, stuff like that. And so I went back to my Taco Bell days where you can get gas for 99 cents. I'm telling you, I've been recently having a hard time paying my mortgage. Does anybody out here have a home loan? Well, I have home loan 1, 2, and 3 that Macaulay Culkin, he's classic. I mean, classic. You know, back in the wild, wild west, who did you borrow money from? The Lone Ranger? I used to work for a seafood company. I needed to borrow some money. I needed to borrow some sand dollars and some sea notes, so I went to a loan shark. He said he would cut my interest rate in half. Did a lot of business. Does anybody here have a student loan? Student loan, anybody? Well, you know, another name for a student loan is an IOU. IO, the University of North Carolina, IOU, University of Maryland, etc. So it's off to work I go. IO is off to work I go. Owning money is real stressful. I've ended up having a weight problem. Those paperweights on your desk can really hurt if you drop them. I'm telling you. Accountants are known to have weight problems because they're always waiting in lines at the banks. I went to Weight Watchers, but they turned me down. I don't know why, but. Does anybody know how the Keebler elves manage their budget? I don't know either, but somehow they fudge their numbers. Now they're making a lot of dough. I just time of the year where we're up for election time, and I wanted to know that your votes count. You know, accountants, votes count. Accountants are really excited about the election this year because, you know, both candidates were talking about real change. Change. Let's see. I just wanted to finish up and say I am the South's funniest accountant, and I approve this message. Listen, accountants support the golfing industry, and I'd like to ask you all to drive home safely.